Hello everyone, my name is Rebecca and welcome back to my Pixel Quest. Welcome back to our blind playthrough of Blueprints. I'm having such a good time. I hope you are too, and we're jumping back into this episode. We've just read Clara's secret diary. It's a huge victory. Let's see what else this day has for us. We did it. I'm so pleased. I'm so pleased. I've opened the diary. And there's more puzzles. There's more puzzles to be had there. Okay. All right. Oh, a bunch more steps. Thank you. That is very welcome. Okay, so next thing is I could just keep drafting from chapel while up here. I could do that. We're going to have to... It's as good as anything else, actually. It's as good as anything else, right? Only vestibule... No, it's not even going to work. If I draft westwards, can I possibly get the garage? Maybe. I think maybe. I think that... Yeah, I think I can. I think that was even how I first drafted garage. So that could be a garage possibility. There's no way for me to get a magnifying glass today, is there? Okay. What I might do, on the small chance it's a possibility, is draft down from chapel and see if I could possibly get gallery and then use those 2 spaces on rank 8. Maybe. Yeah, and I don't know if it's 44 steps. Is it worth the antechamber to get the crown? I've already drafted archives now, and darkroom and chapel. And I have loads of redraw and loads of keys. I might actually not bother, honestly. I'm sorry to say that about room 46 and everything, but I just think I'm already in a pretty good position. Yeah, it's already pretty good. So let's head down so that we're not ruining our chance here. This is not going to make the day easy. We know what this one is at least, though. It's not useful for my purposes, though. I'd actually really, really like to be able to go further. So I'm going to redraw. I don't need this. I'd really like to be able to have a downward trajectory as well from here. Because otherwise I'm going to get locked. There's a possibility of getting locked in. I mean... Rotunda is pretty good. It will use up all of my gems though. And obviously I want mailroom. But not here ideally. Look, I have a lot of redraw dice, so yeah. This can't help me get gallery, so... Why am I just not getting anything with 3 exits? Yeah, I've got to redraw again. This archive thing is a real problem. Oh my god. And I don't have any money. I've got kitchen, but I don't have any money, so losing half my steps really, really sucks. Really sucks. Of course I'm getting more dead-end rooms. You know what? It really would have been a good idea to get that crown, but I'm stuck here now. I can't back out of this. Okay, thank you, conference room. Oh, crap. Tunnel! Okay. So... Here's the thing. I do really want tunnel. But I'm very curious to see if tunnel belongs on this spot or if I can draft it somewhere else. I'm just curious about that fact. I'm just very curious about that. God, I wish I could... Yeah, so I know it sounds crazy, but I might leave it because I want to know if I can place tunnel. This is a pretty good spot, honestly, for it. But I want to know if I can move it. I want to know if I have a choice about where it goes. Conference room, why can't you face the other way? Oh, would have been perfect. Also bad. Oh man, I'm running through these redraws. This is really bad. This is really bad. Damn it. I am kind of like finishing where I started. Like, you know, I've got a mini Losing all my gems really sucks. Whatever. I'm conceding. I'm conceding. It's not gone my way. It's not gone my way. I don't have shovel yet, do I? So I can't do anything with these. Okay. So, and cloister often has locked doors. Just coincidentally, it just seems to often have locked doors, and thankfully that is not a barrier to me today. Okay. Well, maybe I should just concede mailroom. For all I know, one of these could have been gallery. That's what sucks. Yeah, things are just really not in my favor today. Let's do mailroom. Like, we'll get... Great. So we've got an order placed. We've got a trunk in here, which is nice. I've never had a trunk in here. Oh, good. A couple more redraw possibilities is very nice. And oh my god, I've accumulated so many letters. This is amazing, amazing. So we saw that one. Ooh, Simon, another letter from Randolph. Simon, not sure if you paid too much attention to the machine and the booth in the lab, but I figured I could... I already know what this is. But I figured I could save you some frustration if you've been fooling with it. The contraption is the central control for power lines that run externally from the house. So it seems like maybe the role of these letters is actually to give you big hints if you're struggling with things. Which some things I am, so I'm hoping one of these big hints is actually really good for me. In the past, we've served as an emergency power source for the local community as we have modest hydroelectric capabilities with a steam turbine. If you want to use it, you'll need to first turn on the turbine in the boiler room and utilize our steam ducts to connect the turbine to the... This is so explicit. This is super explicit instructions. This isn't required, of course, and I can't think of any reason in which you'd have to use the boiler to reach room 46. What? But feel free to play around with it should you feel inclined to experiment. Interesting. Okay, well, I do know that one. I guess it's not letting me look at the stamps, but that's okay, I have them all anyway. Simon, in case it's useful to ya, here's a rough diagram of the steam duct system. Due to the ever-changing nature of the rooms on the estate, we ended up building the duct system to be quite flexible, and if you look along the ceiling in many rooms, you'll find many of them have been outfitted with steam ducts. As long as you align these rooms together in an uninterrupted string, power can be transferred from room to room, even if the boiler room and its intended destinations are on the opposite side of the house. Thank you, Randolph. Interesting. Also, Randolph, Simon, let me know if I'm writing to you too much. I've never been good at gauging where the line of impropriety is, and for all I know, maybe the help I'm offering you with these letters is unwanted. Maybe you are perfectly fine without my help. It's been a bit of a moral quandary for me as I've written these, as I'm fairly certain your uncle didn't want us to assist you on your quest. Still, if it is that important, I have to believe he'd have the foresight to specifically instruct us not to interfere. Nothing ever deterred him from that level of supervision in the past, and after working alongside him for over a decade. It's making me laugh because I've just realized that Randolph is giving spoilers. Randolph is giving spoilers. And by the way, that's a good point for me to say thank you so much to everyone who watches this amazing Blueprints community that I am so fond of and so proud of, because you guys have been freaking champions, and you have been withholding, everything, all of the game information, any hints or explanations. Mwah. You guys have been champions. Anyway, back to Randolph, who seems to not be able to help himself. But at least I have the choice of looking at these letters, right? Of even getting them delivered. Supervision in the past, and after working alongside him for over a decade, I like to imagine that we were friends and that I knew him well. In conclusion, I think he would have found the level of help I have offered well within the acceptable range. I haven't spoken too much about him since his departure, and I know you didn't know him that well. But as soon as you're ready, I'm going to have plenty of stories to tell. He was a fearless businessman with the greatest respect for invention. Of all the laboratories I've worked in, I can tell you Mount Holly was a gem, and I'm hoping that we can continue that work once you've taken up the reins. But I won't get ahead of myself. You still have to find the 46th room. I'm there, Randolph. I'm already the master of the estate. Dear Simon, after giving it some thought, I've decided I'm going to continue helping you. I also just had a small chat with the probate lawyer, and he assures me there's nothing in the Baron's instructions that would preclude me from offering you my modest assistance. So let me tell you what I know. About a week before Sinclair died, something rather curious happened. A few lab assistants were called by Mrs. Babbage, the house manager, to remove several floor plans from Sinclair's drafting studio. Typically, all of the unused floor plans are kept there, and I have never heard of them being moved to another location, nor would I presume to guess the reason for such an action. I'm not sure which floor plans were removed or where they were moved to, save one, which I was instructed to remove myself. I'm absolutely loving the character development that we're getting here through these letters. We're learning so much more about Randolph, which is awesome. Very interesting to get these insights as well into the slightly suspicious preparation. Assuming it was not moved again after I hit it, I just dropped my phone, like a short distance just onto the desk, but you should be able to find it in the observatory, hidden within the lens compartment of the telescope therein. If there was a reason behind the removal of these floor plans from the drafting studio, hopefully this will serve as the first illuminating step towards finding out why. Randolph, you beautiful lab technician, scientist. Thank you. That's so... all this other stuff is stuff that I sort of knew, but I've been really enjoying just the characterization, the lore, But that is the first big, useful, important reveal. Oh my god. I wonder if I could have picked that up any time. Hey Simon, I'm going to assume at this point you've likely reached the upper ranks of the house and run into our keycard security doors. These are actually a fairly new addition to the house that were designed by Kirk Darren and myself, and were installed after an unfortunate incident 2 years ago when some of your uncle's correspondence was stolen by a member of the staff who had somehow managed to reach a room they should not have been able to find. We're still not 100% sure how he got past the antechamber seals, but it was clear... Yeah, that is interesting. But it was clear after that episode that not every member of the staff should have unchecked access to the higher ranks of the estate. It's important to note here that in my own experience, I have found every other member of the staff to be extremely trustworthy and unwavering in their loyalty to your uncle. I still wonder about that. Still, after the incident, we decided to err against our own confidences and opted to install a state-of-the-art security system, issuing keycards to only the most trusted members of the senior staff. If you find the security doors become an annoyance while you are attempting to navigate the house, you should be able to lower their frequency from the security terminal. And there is even a nifty trick. Oh, it's the normal thing that I know already. There is even a nifty trick to unlock them by utilizing the utility closet in conjunction with the security settings. Okay, I thought this was going to be another way to unlock them. Like, I thought down here it was going to involve, some kind of thing that you could do with, the lights or something like that. Okay. But that's interesting because I actually didn't know what those, what the different numbers of lights meant. So yeah, I don't think I knew that anyway. I can't remember knowing that. Okay, extremely interesting. I love that they're all coming from Randolph. I wonder if we'll get anything different. But this, hidden within the lens compartment of the telescope. Observatory. Hidden within the lens compartment. I don't even know where that means, but all right, this is great because finally we'll have our package delivered tomorrow on the steps, which is going to be amazing. I definitely need to go to observatory, of course. There is no way for me to connect back to this side. I have to go through foundation and around the other way, but okay. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. We've picked up so many more letters today. Extremely cool. Extremely cool. Yeah, I wonder how many more we can get. Cool. Super cool. So what's my next? Next we'll try here. And, you know, we really want to try and go up here. And I don't know. I mean, ideally we get something that goes north and south. That's the best thing. That's the best outcome here. But I've got no gems and I've got the archive curse. So I'm feeling, dining room, come to save me in so many ways, actually. It's dinner time. It is. I just realized that, Pixel's outside the room and I just said dinner time quite loudly, but I don't think he heard me. Fabulous. So that's actually going to fix the step issue. I'm probably not going to get trophy room, especially with my current gem count, so that's fine. We will enjoy a lunch too. So good. Oh man, this room is just... It is truly a chef kiss room for steps. It always was, but it's so much better. So let's try and go south first, if I can, because again, if I can build up some more gems. That's painful because that would have been really good. Obviously, I don't want this and I can't unfreeze this as things are, so no thanks. I have so many steps now that, like, I'm stuck into this drawer here, so I have to do something here. But I am just thinking, I have so many steps now that I feel quite confident going down to foundation, opening the north lever and getting the crown. And I think that's probably the smart thing to do. I wish I had done it before doing this, but... yeah, let's try a redraw. None of these are good. None of these are good. I don't need the keys either. Sorry, Nook. Not today. Again, none of these are good, and I'm going through all of my redraws. It would be really good just to be able to go one more step further. Come on. Oh, good. Okay. Oh, no. I have no gems. I can't do it. Secret passage would have been perfect. Is everything that sends me south going to involve a gem? I'm burning through all of my redraws, but oh, finally. Finally. All right, this is fine. This is fine. Let's do this. Okay, good. All right, so before I do that, let us finally go open the north lever. I was kind of, since it wasn't super useful and I didn't have that many steps, I didn't want to do it until now. But yeah, it's now useful enough without the big cost. Okay, I can't. I don't have enough money to use the laundry. I was thinking I could, yeah, use it to get some gems. I mean, I could swap all of my keys for gems even, but I can't even afford it. Yeah, I was hoping to be able to get, I don't know. Yeah, patio. Patio would have been great, but I need a gem for it. Okay. So the question is, after doing this, should I go back to that area? You know, just go straight back up the foundation elevator and continue with what we were doing? Or should I go around the front, back to the front of the house, and get the floor plan, right? And I guess I could then do this, maybe. Yeah, and also turn on the dark room, and maybe there's a gem in the dark room. Sometimes there's a gem in the dark room, so that could work out. I'm not loving my chances of getting gallery. I've used so many of my redraws, but if not, it doesn't matter. Like, you know, it'll come up on another day, and this day has really turned out to be freaking marvelous. This is a blessed day. Like, I was always hoping that I would have a blessing after my curse, and I think I do. I think this has been a blessed day. I know that room 8, at a minimum, is going to be, well, I would say I'm 95% sure that room 8, whatever it has in store for us, it's going to be incredible, but it's going to be the place where I get the next inner sanctum key. I'm fairly sure it must be. It must be in that room. It must be what that note means behind the last door of 8. All right. Over Nevare. Maybe it's Erajan. I wonder, oh, yeah. Again, it's very possible that either looking at the diary or looking at that note in the tomb requires the magnifying glass to get some more information. But if I don't, yeah, I really wonder like how I'm going to tackle getting anything from that note. It's very interesting. I really wonder if it is the Eurasian language, or and if it's something that we're even meant to have any hope of understanding, or yeah, if it's something else. And the bits that I can understand, obviously Sinclair, you know, the names make perfect sense, but forget. Why is forget there? She wouldn't want to forget Simon, surely. She did say that being in his bunk room, you know, and thinking about him gave her a restless, you know, sleep, but I don't take that as her being like, I want to forget him, you know. I think that, you know, because she also said something positive, I think, if I'm remembering right, about being in his childhood bedroom. I don't know. Very, very curious, but it is according to the handwriting. That is Clara. Oh, hey, I was just thinking the chess. Well, look, I don't actually want to change the chess thing, but I was just thinking I've got Ladyship's Chamber. I don't have office, so I wouldn't be able to do it anyway, as it stands. But I don't want to change it. I don't want to change the pawn ability that we currently have. That is, at the moment, that is the best one for me. Okay, there's no... I could get more money from Tomb. Probably, how many other dead ends have I I could get some money from Tomb. I think it's worthwhile. I've got the steps. I wonder if it would have been quicker. I mean, now that I'm doing this, it probably would have been quicker to come out the tomb. I wouldn't be able to do it anyway because the boat... Is the boat on... It's been so long, I've now forgotten if the boat, like when the reservoir is full, does the boat move, like move to the side that you're on? I've completely forgotten if that's the case. Either way, we should be fine. Hey, it's actually a good amount of money. Well, I could buy gems. In the laundry room now. I could swap my dye for 1 gem, or I could swap my 47 keys for 47 gems, right? Probably. But then I would have no keys. So let's see how we go. And yeah, it's interesting. Am I going to need one of these keys from the vestibule? At the moment, I've just walked through the doors of vestibule with no problem. So I'm still keeping money in there. I'm not using it unless I really need it. So probably should have used it yesterday rather than the piggy bank. Oh boy. Hey, banana. Fantastic. Is there... Yes, that's worthwhile stepping in. Beautiful. So if I can get another one from the observatory, maybe there are just 2 more after that. Very interesting. Maybe I should check if there's fruit in here. Like if there is, it'll be worth it. Hey, it's worth it. Nice. Thank you, Secret Garden. Any more? Conservatory. I still don't have a shovel. You know what? It's only a couple of steps. Let's have a look, because there might be something in closet as well. Archives. No, I don't think so. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Apple, thank you. Thank you, workshop. Do I have anything else to do here? I can't remember what they all are. Salt shaker doesn't do anything. Coupon book has been so good to me today. You can use the compass with something. I've forgotten what it is. Compass and... I don't know. I've got all of these written down somewhere. Oh, and fruit here too. Observatory. Okay, I didn't realize that you would have secrets for me. I don't know. I don't know what the lens part is. I don't know what all of these bits are. Like, isn't this a lens? You mean this? You mean, like, do I have to move this to get up there? But I'm pretty sure I remember, like... I think I've just realized that when I went up there and tried to change it, it must have been not able to go lower because of this bit. But if I put it here... Look, back when I tried this originally, I was a little baby in this game. I was a little baby. I didn't quite understand what we were dealing with. And I haven't revisited this, like, ever. Oh, hang on. There we go. I don't know why that wasn't working before. I thought I did this side. Yeah, I can move this all the way down. One more? Okay. This is bananas to me. I've been in this room so many times that this is so weird to see. Like here? How can I... How can I... Where can I... I've just blocked myself. Hang on. Let me just try everything here before I move it again. Okay. So not like that. Not like that. I don't suppose you can duck under. Simon, you can crawl under this. Alright, I probably need direct access to that bit then. So... But how... Where can I turn it then that this will work? Because I can't reach it. If I lift it up high enough to go under it. Well, let's experiment. How far left can we get it? But it goes like all the way to the edge of the room, so I don't know what position could... You know, if I don't think it goes further along there. I don't know how this is going to be possible if what it's doing is reaching all the way to... Okay, so is this going to send it... Maybe we need to do it all the way around so that we meet up with it here. That's the only thing I can think. I had no idea I could move this much. I really... When I originally tried this way at the beginning of the game, I just sort of reached an impasse with it so quickly. This must be it. I wonder if that's enough, because... But it's again, it's like right at the edge. Does it need to come all the way down so that a gap opens up again? I don't know. Let's experiment. Let's experiment. This is crazy. I wonder if people who start this game and play around with this a lot more, like if they just discover this. Ah, I see. It's on the other side. Oh my god. That's why. That's why this whole room makes sense now. What? A planetarium. This must... Oh my god, that's so exciting. This must now connect up with all of this information that we found out in the 4th classroom. A circular theatre featuring a dome-shaped projection screen upon which scenes of the stars and galaxies allow viewers to experience the splendor of the heavens. Wow. Huh. Standard rarity, that's pretty damn good. Hang on. I just seem to remember that something else had the star border. None of these. Maybe I'm totally wrong about that. No, I'm totally wrong about that. Okay. Incredibly interesting. I wonder if we could possibly get it today. Wow. Now I've got to move my now I've got to move my telescope back. How high do I need to get it? Maybe one more? One more, I think. That just stays open weirdly. Oh my god. I wonder, I'm so curious about how many other people experiment with this enough at the beginning of the game to find that. All I was aiming to do at that point in the game was to get this functioning. I was just trying to get this working. Extremely interesting. Is that good? That's fine. Cool. 32 stars. I could do something with my stars at some point if I get the option, but just like they're so good. They're so useful. Okay. So from here, oh my god, I can't believe how many times I've been in this room. Oh, well, look, that's the case for everything, isn't it? All of the discoveries are like, I've been in this room 10,000 times, and then you discover something, mind-blowing about them. Okay. Bedroom, aquarium. Have I done the sleeping mask in here? Not sure. Well, look, I've got enough steps to experiment. Yes. Yes, I have. So many dig spots. Like, there's some fruit. Probably didn't look. Don't know if I missed some fruit there. I wasn't really paying attention. Okay. Holding my breath. No, I'm not holding my breath. My God. But I'm nervous going into this room. I can't explain why. I wonder if this would be a power hammer possibility, just because it's got like little, cracked walls. Wonder if you could dig here with the jackhammer, something like that, right? It's a very striking, drawing or whatever, painting. Okay. That's okay. Guess what? I got a key. Oh my god. I was hoping. I mean, I can't ignore this. Alright, I really feel like, oh wow, that is so beautiful. That is so gorgeous. Huh. They're just floating there. That's a really nice effect. Planetarium, what are you going to deliver for me? And if we call it a day, I don't think I've done this in the tomorrow rooms that have this thing. If you call it a day in Planetarium, you gain 2 stars. Oh, okay. So this, yeah. Okay, this is the number of stars that you have. But I have way more. I have way more than this. But that's interesting. So it is actually on a schedule. At least up to that. Survey of constellations observed at the Mount Holly Observatory. I mean, I do wonder if this is what Clara meant with, does it never end? If these things relate to the spiral of stars, and actually, like if we keep getting more and more and more and more stars. Here we go. This is the interesting thing. Survey of constellations observed at the Mount Holly Observatory. Other notable night skies observed 29, first appearance of both Diamondus Minor and Major in the same sky. Well, I think that's what we got, right? I think that happened. I think I was like, wow, huh. But 47 different constellations observed in a single night and 50 new constellations spotted. I feel so good about not taking the opportunity to use my stars for anything and to take it back to zero. I feel so happy about my decision now. We have to get to 50. Okay, and I wasn't even in a hurry to gain more stars, but now I am. Now I can understand why gaining stars in other ways is really useful. But we'll get there. Either way, we're guaranteed to get there. Problem is I've emptied the fountain again now, so I can't. I've got to fill it up again if I want to, get that double gain. So, but how do I use this? So this thing is turning, this thing is turning. What's going on here? Can I sit in a chair? Can I see the show? A circular theatre featuring a dome-shaped projection screen upon which scenes of the stars and galaxies allow viewers to experience the splendor of the heavens. Well, I mean, I guess they don't have a show. Okay. I don't know. Alright, so that's extremely interesting and useful. But is there nothing to do here? What about if we just look up? So we can see how they move around. But these are just the planets, not the moon. I wonder if there's anything, like any information to be gained from this. Oh, hello, Pixie. Hey, Fluffykins. Oh, it's definitely too early. Yeah, it's definitely not time. He's so cute. Oh, this is really lovely. Like, this is very peaceful. I'm just like, is there anything else to notice in the star pattern? If I move, because they are like, it is a three-dimensional arrangement. So maybe if you get in the right position, like here, they line up. Maybe if you get in the right position at the right time, I could absolutely imagine that you can see, because some of these, there's definitely alignments that seem to be happening here, but how could I possibly know where and when? I suppose the stars themselves, they are rotating, revolving. They are revolving. But are they all revolving? Some of them are sort of blue, like have a blue twinkle. I'm just kind of looking for patterns. I have no idea where I am in the room. Again, this might be a crazy Simon thing, like just staring with his head up, walking around the room, bumping into things, but Are they all revolving at the same? Because if I have to be in a certain place at a certain time, that makes it so much more difficult. I think they are. Because if I look... Maybe? Are you guys moving apart? No. They're moving together. It feels like there must be something. I don't know if the planets revolving makes any difference. Like if I get over here, it feels like there's a couple of bands, right? But this might all be nothing. I mean, it makes sense that, you know, there would be some random alignments with a kind of a constellation like this. Whee! Simon is getting very, very dizzy. Oh my gosh. What if you come in here at different times of the day or night, though? I really wonder. I don't know. I'm not seeing anything obvious. This is such an odd thing. So how is this turning? Can I just say this absolutely looks like something that could also have a floor plan hidden in it. This just, you know, looks like, you know, this could split open. I'm just trying to like click. Yeah, and then why is there a gap here? Let me look at the base a little bit. Looks like it screws, actually. Like it looks like a, you know, it might screw upwards or downwards. Maybe this room has a relationship to observatory. Maybe you can see something in here if you have telescope. Here's the other thing that's interesting. This is, so I'm looking at the landmass here on Mora. And what's interesting is that you know, I had assumed the South Pole would be like, you know, like our South Pole, like it would be an ice continent. But it's at least here it's green. I'm just trying to recognize. Yeah, that's the bottom of Kararika there, and that's Vera. So over here must be Arindia and Nuance. Well, I don't know how else to try this. I like my theory. I'm watching as I back out of the room. I like my theory, but I don't know what else to do in there. Okay. All right. Extremely interesting. Extremely interesting. We'll draft it again and keep thinking about it. And maybe we'll learn some more about it at some other point. So from here, it's heading back. We're just heading back. So in vestibule. Oh, and we're popping into utility closet. That's the other thing we're doing. Because we can turn on the dark room and maybe there's a gem in there. Gotta say, I don't know why, but I'm having no trouble with vestibule. No trouble whatsoever. On. Yep, that's all good. Great, great. Okay. I was just thinking I could go to the terminal and like put in a special order, but I don't know. I don't feel like I hugely necessarily need one at the moment. This way? This way. What happens if I try to open a door? Well, hang on. I can waste a key. Right? That's kind of interesting. I just wondered if it was going to close me in here. Yeah, if there's ever a day to have vestibule and go in and out of it and need to bypass loads and loads of locked doors, it's today. But yeah, right now it's just letting me through, so all good. Oh, I'm excited about my powerhouse. Was there fruit in here? I already looked. I'm excited about my powerhouse aquarium, my electric eel aquarium. I don't know what there is at the moment to notice. Either way, absolutely incredible. I didn't expect to pick up a new room today and to be able to draft it. What else have I got? Conservatory, entrance hall, storeroom. I was just thinking, is there anywhere I could potentially use the burning glass? But there's nothing, nothing I know of. Nothing I can think of. Oh, hello, sweetheart. Hello, Bubba. Is it useful to go through tomb? Is it useful to go through tomb? I'm just mentally doing the trek there. We'd have to take the... Yeah, we'd have to take the boat over. Would that be helpful for... I don't know. I seem to remember that when I've done this before, the boat has just been on the side that I needed it on. Anyway, I guess I can go down the fountain and just take the boat over, right? Maybe that's just very, very slightly quicker. I'm going to leave that money. That's my only bank now because I ruined my other bank. Oh, it's been so long. Yeah, no, the boat is over there now. Of course. Okay. Not a big loss. All right, now I know. So maybe the boat just stays there. Maybe it just already was there. Or maybe the boat appears on the side when you first enter this area. That could be it. I wish I could just put more money here. Yeah, okay. No, this is fine. We've got tons of steps. This is all good. Okay. I wonder... I mean, this has already been a totally blessed day. I wonder what else I could possibly make happen from here. You know, alright, there's drafting possibilities down here, so that's something. Okay, alright, we're going the conventional way. Oh man. So maybe there's just 2 more found floor plans. They could be anywhere. If there was one hidden in the freaking telescope in the observatory, they just could be absolutely anywhere. Absolutely anywhere. I wonder if they are in, you know, like like the grounds, as many have been, or if they're in like common rooms that I walk through all of the time. I'm really excited to find out. It's really exciting to find out, like, a room that you've been in 50 to 100 times has this whole freaking secret in it that you have just, you know, you've never had any inkling about. That is such a nice experience that this game delivers. Oh, there is a gym. That's what I was hoping. That's great. Okay, so, I mean, I'm still holding open the possibility for gallery. So that means trying to draft it down here, ideally. I've only got one redraw, which is pretty hard. Yeah. I've used up all I'm absolutely wasting my steps. I forgot to get the crown. I was just thinking through. This is again, like, there's just been so much going on and my brain is already turning to, like, I'm thinking about the planetarium now. So let's go in. I really didn't think I would have anything that exciting down that end. I thought it was going to be all standard rooms. Now I'm just like, I'm destabilized with new amazing possibilities. Great. We can open it again. Oh no, we have to actually do that again. Oh, well, it's fine. I don't need to go in there. I was thinking, because it turns out that this map puzzle is not what opens this, I was wondering if maybe what opens this is getting all 8 of the inner sanctum rooms open. Right? Like, maybe that's it. I don't know. Obviously I don't know. But that's just another thought that I had. I've got more money now. And things are going to be extremely cheap. So it's 50% off with the sale, but I've got a coupon as well. Super, super, super cheap. Brilliant. Turn that off. Turn on. Yeah, okay. Before I draft there, yeah, we've got our crown now. That's great. Let's head back around. Hello, Bubba. Hey. Aww. Hey, Fluffikins. It's too early, darling. It is not the time. Okay, I think I'm probably not going to see the shovel today, so we won't be doing anything with all of these. I know I've already looked at this, yeah. I reckon that's Baby Clara and Lady Ashlyn. Okay. Could I exchange my money for gems? Do you know what's crazy? Is that I haven't even had the what is it called? I'm having a mental blank. Commissary. I haven't had the commissary. Maybe I could get a shovel. I haven't even had the commissary. I don't think I ever have a day where I don't have the commissary. Look, I'm just going to walk in here. I've already forgotten what these ones are. So, keys with gems. I don't want to lose all of my keys. Keys with money. I don't want to lose all of my keys. Gems with money. I mean, it would be... How useful would it be? What would the commissary give me? Shovel? Cool, I could use the dig spots. That's not a huge deal though, is it? It's a much more huge deal to have gems, because that super limits what we can draft. Is there any... I've bought all of the stuff in the kitchen, so that's all good. Maybe a massive amount of gems would be better than a pretty nice amount of money. Of course, the commissary might sell us gems. What else potentially could I get that would be useful? You know, gems. I've already got like sleeping mask, sledgehammer. Yeah, I think let's do it. I'm going to use the laundry twice in one day. For the first time ever. Wow. Look at that. Now this would be one hell of a day to get the freezer at the end of the day. This would be crazy. This would be crazy. Chapel's going to take my one single coin. Alright, all good, all good. So, from here into dining room, east wing hall. And let's see what we can make of this. Any thingies for me? Nope, that's alright. You were an absolute joy, east wing hall. Oh. Come on. Come on. This is not the best. I could risk this or try one redraw. Yeah, this is Draxus. Draxus is still cursing me today. Oh, but I can remove this one, thankfully, and we'll redraft. Finally. It was so good to get the crown. Can I do it again? This one is... What I'm thinking with this one is that there's a very small chance I could get Solarium, and then north of dining room, if I were to be lucky, I could get gallery. I mean, there's 2 chances at room 8 if I were to have gallery. It's possible. Or I could risk it all with this. But Draxus does make that very scary. Maybe we just give this a go. Solarium has been very good to me. Very, very good to me. I believe in Solarium. Solarium is such a good room. Solarium is a truly top tier room. I'm complimenting Solarium, so I hope Solarium hears. I hope Solarium hears my pleas. Okay, no redraws. No redraws. That'd be great for my key and gem situation, 100%. But... let's try. Oh, whoops. That was me clicking the wrong thing again. Okay, whatever. I don't think it was going to happen. I don't think it was going to happen. So let's get what we get here. Cool. Hall pass. Cool. Prism key. Thank you. Nice. And the airplane is here today. Is this the toy airplane then that Simon took from Herbert, rather than the one that's in the attic? Huh. Wow. I'm clicking all over it in case there's something to be done here. Wow, that's very nice. I am honestly still extremely interested to keep drafting Lost and Found, because I still feel like there's going to be a lot of other interesting things that can come from this. But wow, that's really amazing. Cool. Okay, I'm actually really glad I saw that. That's really nice. Alright, so back around. And let's see what we can get here. I don't know. Let's see what we can make of the day. But, it's already been an amazing day. I think there's not really any chance of this working out. Because even if we get gallery is just going to go, north to south, so... And I don't have coat check. Yeah, no, I've got everything but. I guess if we were to get freezer now, it would probably be a good idea. If I use prism key, I'll get a red room. Well, that's a red room. I mean, I could get coat check, but like, what would I put in there? I think the diary key will still be in tomb. I guess, I mean, I could put the diary key in there so that I could look at the diary again without tomb. I don't know. It doesn't seem so amazing. And yeah, without, like, the only thing I'm really keen to put in here is key 8 if I were to get it. Hey, Big C. Hey, it's too early, sweetheart. Yeah, it's definitely too early. It's really, really too early. I've got to be, like, more careful with the way I'm doing this. Okay, whatever this is, let's get rid of it. Study. I don't know what to do here yet. I don't know what to do here yet. I can't believe it. Like, this would be great to have somewhere else, but if I put it here, I can't draft anymore. So we'll do passageway, just to see what else can come of this spot. Freezer. I mean, freezer is just the very best thing we can do. Brilliant. That's actually a... Oh, look at another letter. Okay, that's actually perfect. That's actually really, 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 really perfect. Oh my... I've learned something very, very interesting here. This could not have been better. Thor only in the event of my death, and it has the stamp that we just got from Kararika. Oh my god. Oh my god. This never occurred to me. This never occurred to me. I thought I would. Now I don't have to bother like getting the the powered up furnace close to the freezer, or at least closer to. Silver key. I thought for sure that was a prism key. Okay. Another letter from him to us. Simon, I had wished for you to read this letter upon first arriving at Mount Holly, but I couldn't risk the contents of these pages falling into unsympathetic hands. My personal freezer should prove quite the safe box, as all of the staff have for many years respected my wishes that it remain shut and untampered. My favourite snacks were also stored here. Your favourite snacks were in the freezer? Maybe he used the burning glass as well to thaw them. But in addition to these delicious treats, it has also for the last 20 years stored many a cryptic message and ciphered note. So do you mean... Yeah. This nondescript cooler is in fact a dubious frozen postbox of chilled secrets. That is such a good phrase. Oh my god, have I heard of the Children of Blackwater? It's been one of my main... It's been something I've been trying to find out about since the beginning of this entire playthrough. Have I heard of the Children of Blackwater? Yes, I freaking have. Tell me. I have no idea how forthcoming your father has been about the details surrounding your mother's final chapter, or the role he thinks I played in that end. I have always denied involvement. To him, to the detectives, to the Crown, and now to you as well. But can I honestly say I had nothing to do with her disappearance? And yes, I speak of disappearance, not death, for I too cling to the hope that our fears are unfounded, and have occasionally, from time to time, caught fragments of information that bolster this belief. So even he is hoping. fragments of information that have cost me plenty, for our country is never short of opportunists and blackmailers. Still, as I am now dead, I don't want this knowledge to be buried with me, even if that means passing the burden of these fragments on to you. Even if that information may weigh even heavier on your head than the crown involved. I have the crown right here. I have it with me. Unfortunately, this information is a little too precious to entrust entirely to this freezer. I expected so, honestly, as I'm not too confident that the sanctity of my snacks will extend beyond my life. I've always found it best to use multiple baskets when it comes to incriminating eggs. This is the whole premise of the game. I totally get it. I fully respect this is a good way of doing it. A lesson that I recently learned again when a member of my staff betrayed my confidence. I have placed... Damn it. It's the envelopes and I don't know where all of the safes are and I can't even open one of them. I have placed 8 red envelopes in 8 even more secure locations throughout the estate and left a hidden message for you among the art that hangs in almost every room. Well, I know this. This message is the key to unlocking these secrets, but you must be open in your interpretation, as the message itself harbors multiple double meanings and hidden entendre. I know this much, but it must be incredible for people who get here far early in the game. I know 100% I am a super late person when it comes to the freezer. But I guess, yeah, like you would also have to, like me, discover that you can use the burning glass in here. One final word of guidance: the safe combinations you are seeking will not be found in writing on the estate. So, I hope you haven't been wasting too much time jotting down random invoice numbers and dates. Well, I have been for... but, for other reasons. Not invoice numbers, apart from early on, not invoice numbers. But I take photos of everything, so I have it all on hand. Only by deciphering the many meanings of the 44-character message can you hope to unlock its many mysteries. To each their own letters, Herbert S. Sinclair. Well, I guess, in a sense, that hasn't given me any actual new information about where the safes are, or, about the one that I can't crack. Oh, that's the message. That's interesting. But they make sure that you've got the little understanding with the comma there as well. Okay, that must be incredible to discover before you... Yeah, and you've got this right here to help you figure it out, along with all of the other stuff. It just disappears into nothing when you do that, when it's frozen. Sorry, Gem, sorry. You've gone... Can I open... Yeah, cool. I'm in the freezer, cool. Indeed. Just gives me another chance to come in here and look at this, though. Maybe... maybe you like the way that burning glass has worked here. Are these less lit up than they were when I was in here in the thawed freezer? I'm gonna have to compare. Hang on. I'm looking at a photo. No. I thought maybe the temperature was playing a role. I mean, I don't even know, what I could potentially do with this, We are going to store the 2 unused servers here. 2 unused servers. They're readily accessible replacements should any of the primary consoles fail. When you say readily accessible, do you mean that they can stay here? Or do you mean that I have to move these? Or are these nothing, actually? And is it just that this tells you about the grotto if you discovered this? And you're like, whoa, there's a thing called the called the Grotto. It has servers in it. It could just be that. Because there's no way I'm moving these things. Okay. Incredible. Yet another. This is something that has plagued me since the beginning of the game. I guess this is yet another thing I've got to come back to with. But here's the thing though. How is this going to stay unfrozen? Of course not. So how could I even check this out with the magnifying glass except through having the armory and actually being able to thaw this with the torch instead? I don't know. Like, I know I could do it that way, but yeah, but in theory, otherwise it's like you need the magnifying glass. Like for most people, for most of the game, you would need the magnifying glass. Anyway, we'll definitely have to try it at some point. Okay, so that's absolutely brilliant for tomorrow. Tomorrow is really, really well set up. Now I can head straight down and check out the mailroom. And maybe Randolph has some more advice for me. It's a pity I'm not going to be able to keep my 44 keys though. Oh, I already know this one as well. Simon, following up on the map I created outlining the steam-powered duct system, I thought it would be helpful to provide you with a corresponding map for gas power, which is an outdated system that currently is only utilized outside of the house in locations on the grounds. Hope this helps. I don't even know if this would have helped me at any point, really. I pretty quickly discovered like the apple orchard and, you know, the hovel and the schoolhouse. Like that didn't take very long. They were two of the earliest west path, you know, rooms that I drew as soon as I had the option to use it. The apple orchard I got to fairly quickly. The gemstone cavern, knowing about it, this wouldn't have really necessarily helped me because it was my ability to get in there that was the problem, and we all know why. Okay, all right. I think I might finally be done with this day. That is all of the possibilities that I can think of. The drafting is done. I don't think. I wish I had a problem that involved many keys. I wonder if there are more mysteries in vestibule. I'm really just sort of I'm just having a think. Is there anything I'm missing? Is there anywhere else to use burning glass? I can't believe at the end of the day I found another thing to do with burning glass. Absolutely amazing. What do you think, Arindia? This is all done. This is back down now, hiding my shame, hiding the evidence of the tragic betrayal of Piggy. I should have, you know what? I should have come back in here. I didn't. I should have come back in here. I've frozen no money. I've frozen an absolute fuck ton of gems, which is amazing. But I could have converted my keys to money before doing that. Oh well. You know, I didn't really know that was going to come up, and I didn't want to lose my keys, obviously, before trying to do that. this is a weird little thing. I just thought, why don't I take burning glass? Hang on, here's a weird little thing. Since I've got a few steps to play with, does burning glass do anything in here? Like, I don't know what it would do. I don't know why. But while we've got it here, why not try, right? Same as always. Simon, maybe? Simon? Can't light that on fire. Yeah, most likely nothing. I wonder what this is going to mean. Yeah. Okay. Worth a try. Worth a try. Here's another potentially silly thought, but while I've got it, kitchen. I mean, you know, it's a place associated with fire, right? Can I heat the tea up? At least the faucet is on. You know, my cats have always drunk from the faucet, so. Burning glass on this. This is such an eternal mystery to me. How could I do something with this? Can I look in the fridge? Okay, nothing there. Fair enough, fair enough. It's an opportunity to try. This is a weird thing, but I'm also curious about... No. I'm also curious about Secret Garden. Okay, I don't know what these things are. I thought maybe I can set them on fire. You know, maybe they're meant to be like things that are lit up. I don't think there'll be anything in here. I don't think there's anything else to be done. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to finish my day in the planetarium. Because we might as well get those extra stars while we can and get to 50 much, much quicker. A lot of back and forth. I cannot believe how... I'm really curious about what my step count is going to be at the end of this day. Hello again. Hello again, basement. What could... I'm thinking about the planetarium. Like, what could interact with the planetarium? The telescope, potentially? Like, if I get the telescope and I'm able to take it into the planetarium, I will definitely do that. It could be a relationship with the observatory. I was even just sitting there thinking, while I was thinking about that, I was like, what if I'm able to draft the planetarium from the observatory, and then is it possible to point... No. Is it possible to point the telescope at the at the door? But no, you wouldn't be able to look through it. That would not be the thing. Yeah. Very curious to find out more. This we've all looked at. Cool, incredible observatory. Up through to billiard room and vestibule. Any They Might Be Giants fans, by the way? I really love that song. That's what I completely think of when I think of the when I think of the word vestibule. I'm just thinking of opening all of the doors at once to see if anything happens. No. I'm glad I've tried it though. I would have wondered. Brilliant. Brilliant. Okay, I guess I should have a look at this with I've got to look at all of these new notes. I've got to look at them all with the magnifying glass. I just thought I'd have another look at this to see if it changes over time. Probably not. Probably not. Planetarium. I am so curious about you. And whether anything can be done with this weird contraption. Quite possibly not. Okay. Let's sit in the seat. Let's look up at the majesty of the universe and call it. Beautiful. What a nice way to finish. Amazing. The garden bed and breakfast of the dead. 5 green rooms, 5 bedrooms, bacon and eggs. That's why it's the bed and breakfast. That's why it's a B&B. Because we got the bacon and eggs. We didn't even get the morning room, but we got bacon and eggs and bedrooms. Wow. That's so cute. That's adorable. Mount Holly B&B. I love it. And 13 dead-end rooms. There was probably more money waiting for me in the tomb, but, We had a big day. It was a big day. It was a big day. Oh my god. And I'm going to start tomorrow with so many gems. It's crazy. 212 steps taken. This was a blessed day. Yeah, we had a cursed day, and then we've had a blessed day. I'm very, very pleased with this. To finally open the diary is a huge triumph. To find a new room I had no idea would even be on the cards is huge. We finally got vestibule. It was marvelous, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, like with the twists and turns of making different things happen in this day as well. All of the notes in the mailroom. Finally getting to understand how to read the note in the freezer. Like huge things in this day. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I hope you have a great day or an evening or whatever it is that you're going to do. Take care, and bye-bye.